I'm not the mad chatter, either half of them. What's going on, everybody? It's nice. It's Ty from X Collectibles. We're doing a little Thursday takeover. So normally this would be the Mad Chatter show, but they're off gallivanting out on a cruise, and so tonight you're stuck with me. We got a full show, and by full show I mean we're going to keep it short and sweet, maybe about an hour, hour and a half. We're going to go through some books. We're going to talk about grading. We're going to answer some questions if there are any questions. If there aren't any questions, I mean, I guess this is going to be kind of embarrassing, isn't it? But maybe some disclaimers first.
What you're about to see is nothing that you should ever try doing yourself. I repeat, do not try any of the harebrained things I do. Don't ever do it.
And so I'm also just noticing this little picture up here in the corner. I thought we turned it off. This was done by Helvetica. This was actually me peeking over a camera last night, so that's nice. I'm going to be playing a lot of video clips throughout the night because it's a way for me to comfort my anxiety. So we're going to do that. We're going to try and let some people trickle in before we start getting through everything. James Jordan, what's going on, buddy? Challenge from the warning video. Yeah, man, you're welcome to try some of the harebrained things I do, but you're probably going to fail because I've been doing it for years and I'm still failing, but I'm failing up. And so that's what matters, right? Let's see. We got a bunch of stuff that we can play with here. And yeah, let's see. Lady V, you got this bitch. I believe in you. I believe in you too, Lady V. What is believing you the right word? Because I mean, if you know I exist, do you really believe in me? Is it like you have faith in me? You trust me? Something like that? Maybe that's the right word. I mean, we know I'm real. Hey Todd, does that shirt come in nice X or a 9X? I want one. No, I think the highest I saw him go up to was 3X. But I like the button-up Hawaiian shirts. They're loose fitting and they're nice and cool. For Pete Saki, what's going on, buddy? We're having a good night. We're just gonna do a little hangout. I'm gonna showcase some books. Some are gonna be going to CGC. Some are going to be for sale on the MadHouse. Then I'm gonna show off some slabs. I'm gonna do some like grading Q&A, some regular Q&A, and just some overall tomfoolery as we go on throughout the night. I believe you won't fuck it up, basically. Thank you, Lady V. I appreciate it. How do I get... Hold on. I got to get this picture of me up off this... this... Stop, go away. I'm going to figure it out, guys. Sorry. I have a little schedule here because I believe in being prepared. A little army thing, I suppose. How about that? How about some light? You couldn't see me. Nobody said I was too dark. Let's see if we can't click it again. What am I clicking again? What do you want me to click again, buddy? You want me to click the cute poot? Let me start showing off some books before we lose any viewership we may have had. Unfortunately, you're probably not going to be able to see this book. It's an all black cover. It's a German. Did everyone hear about Susan quitting YouTube? Who is Pancho Villa? Well, I mean, I know the the famous outlaw Pancho Villa. And who is Susan? I need more information, buddy. Uh, Pancho Villa. You know, growing up, I had a great grandfather. He was my papa. He basically raised me, and he was a crusty old bastard, real angry all the time. Nicest, angriest person you'll ever meet. He always told me that he was an outlaw with Pancho Villa. Uh, and it wasn't until I was like way too old and should have known better that I learned that wasn't true. Uh, but it is what it is. Anyway, let me get back to showing the books. Susan is Maddie Sage. So this is Curse of Spawn number 5. This is a German variant. I'll do my best to show it. I have an overlay so that maybe you can see the book a little better. It is very difficult to see because it's a foil embossed cover. It's Angela on the cover though. It's neat little something I got. It's going to be difficult to not to sell this in general because it's a book that I like keeping. This is the book in case you had not seen it before and you couldn't see it from me showing it. But cool book. And if you know me, you know that I'm really big into foil and foreign variants. So having that was difficult. I ordered that book, or I ordered it. I bought it probably 3 weeks ago, maybe a month. It takes a long time to get here from other side of the pond. Couple more books I want to show off. This one I think I'm going to stash. I don't think this one's going to be up for. This is Warhammer Monthly 0. There was a lot of hype around this about a month ago when Henry Cavill stopped being Superman and stopped being The Witcher. So people started speculating on Warhammer, and I think I think it does come eventually. This was a neat little book. Is there staples? It's a square. Sorry, Maddie, I just saw your comment. No, this is a square bound book. Let me see if I can't get you some focus here, buddy. All you can focus on is bitch ass hands. There we go. Square bound. No staples. So, neat little book. Anyway, where was I? Oh, Warhammer Monthly 0. So you can find Warhammer number 1, Warhammer Monthly number 1. It was printed regularly in the States, but this one, it's the first appearance of Warhammer in comic books. This was an insert inside of a magazine in the UK. They are hard to find in high grade. They're hard to find in the States, period. But it was a magazine called White Dwarf. And if I remember right, I think it was White Dwarf 219. See, here we go again. See, I got a computer in front of me now, and so I can look these things up. And White Dwarf 219 is the right magazine. So these were inserted in the magazine, and what happened was because they were in the magazine, they got destroyed real easy. See if I can't show it to y'all. This is what the magazine looked like. I've got them. I see what happened. I got lucky with this one. Everyone was selling these books for $100, $200, $300. And I got lucky and I just looked up the magazine and I found somebody selling it for $12. And it just happened to be inside. It was a gamble. It was a gamble that paid off. This one actually ended up being in much better shape than I expected, considering it was sitting inside of a magazine for so long. It does have an issue. It's an issue I didn't know about until recently. Let me see if I can't find it. So up top here, there is an issue where it looks like somebody put a piece of paper on top of it. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Somebody put a piece of paper on top of it and like drew a line or something, and so it's indented on there. I don't know why I was trying to get that in depth, but I think that's something that's going to kick off and increase in value over the next few months to a year, whenever Warhammer kicks off. Sorry, I need to start paying attention to this comment thread. And it looked like it had no. You're good, Maddie. So something else. I've shown these off. I showed this book off in my spec video a few weeks back, but I've still got the Jurassic Park 1 newsstand. I'm about to send this off for pressing, and we're going to get into pressing and grading and talking about that here in a little bit. But that's one I'm about to get pressed. And then here's another I'm about to get pressed. This is an Amazing Spider-Man 263 newsstand. This is a Mark Jewelers. It has a few ticks, but it's got several of them that don't break color either. So wanted to get that one taken care of. Good looking book. First Normie Osborne. And then the last kind related. So when it comes to foreign printing of key books, not necessarily variants, but a different language, are they worth grabbing? I say yes. And the reason I say yes, oh, dead space, stop it. Oh, sorry, dead space. All right, not like Chaz has been playing lately. So when it comes to foreign books and things of that nature, yes, I think they are worth grabbing. Now, the thing with foreign books is that there is a ton of reprints out there. There's our fearless leader, Helvetica, to throw in a fart for us. Damn, that fart really got me thrown off. There's a lot of reprints out there of key issues. I almost bought a Daredevil one this week. It was so gorgeous, and then the more I looked at it, the more I realized it was, what the fuck is this? The more I realized it was a reprint from the 90s. But I always pick up foreign key issues. This is Silver Surfer number 4. But in this, it is Nova number 8. But you still get the cover. Now, this isn't going to bring in the value that a regular Silver Surfer number 4 is. That's just kind of absurd. But CGC is starting to grade more foreign variants. They're putting together their own little foreign comics department. And Heritage Auction has started doing like strictly foreign comic sales. So that is something to look forward to, because foreign comics are picking up and they are starting to fetch premiums. They're just not fetching as high of a premium as your normal prints are from the US. Something cool, though, since you wanted to ask questions about the foreign CGL comics. What's up, CGL? What the hell? What the hell? I don't know, buddy. But since you brought up foreign comics, another foreign comic, I want the Russian version of Avengers 43 First Rate Guard. That actually would be pretty cool for Pete Saki, considering, you know, what he is, and then it being a Russian variant. That would be very cool. So this is actually the Japanese version of Spawn. I think it's 25. Helvetica would know better than me. I think it's 23 or 25, but in Japan, it's number 8. And what's awesome about these prints from Japan is they came with dust covers. But they're still the comics. And so this was one I picked up last year. If I see foreign books for decent prices, I scoop them up. And the artwork, like, look at the back of this dust cover. A really good foreign book to look for now. It really depends on your budget. I really like grabbing the Venom number zeros from Italy. The red copies are only about $100. Now the platinum ones, they can get pricey, especially if they're still sealed. They can go for $350, $400, depending on the sealed copies came with an ash can inside, sometimes in the front, sometimes in the back. It just depends. And so they're a little risky if they're still sealed because the ash can would stick to the book. And when you took it off, there would be like little white spots on the cover or the back cover from where the ash can was pushed against the book when it was sealed in that. It's almost like a saran wrap poly bag. Neat little thing, though. It's a collection, 23, 24. Yes, you're right, Helvetica. It is. Is it worth investing in comics for anime such as Black Clover, My Hero, Dragon Ball Z, and having them graded versus raw? Funny you should ask. To answer your question shortly, yes, but this is the first appearance of Demon Slayer. I do believe it's worth getting them graded. This one is signed by the voice actor of Tanjiro. Yeah, down here. And I got it graded, came back to 9.8. So if it's for monetary value and things like that, grading your books is always going to increase the value. When it comes to anime books, they're tough because it's a very niche market, and they're really hard to find in high grade. But because of that, they fetch a premium when they're graded. Something like this, I saw a Blue Label sell for $350, but a signed copy, I haven't seen one sell, so I don't know about a 9.8 signed copy. But I did see a Blue Label sell for $350. Stuff like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z has a huge following. It's one of the biggest anime franchises in the world. So yeah, I would say that it's worth grading them. It's just worth collecting them in general. Now, when it comes to anime buff, because there is, I realized I was talking very fast and I wanted to slow down, so I'm trying to slow myself down. It's tough because anime books have a very large print runs, like first print, second print, third print. They were reprinted many times. I think Dragon Ball Z1 has like 12 or 14 first prints. Same with Pokemon. So they're really hard to find the first prints. And then when people sell them, they don't. A lot of times they don't know that they're selling a sixth print or a seventh print. So it's best to ask for the picture on the inside of the book. For anime books, it would be the back cover, which would tell whether it is a first print or seventh print. Sorry, guys, it's hot. I felt obligated to wear that damn beanie because Helvetica put it in the thumbnail. We're switching because it's too hot. It's too hot. William Albright, I totally understand. I'm 32 years old, so I grew up watching anime. It's a lot of fun for me. So collecting them in comic form, given that I'm a comic collector, I enjoy them. But I totally understand that they're not for everybody. They're not going to make up a large portion of my collection for a few reasons. One, because there's not a lot of them. Two, I'm very picky when it comes to my anime. And three, I like the other stuff better when it comes to comic stuff. Now, as far as Black Clover goes, Lady V, I don't know if Black Clover has even been in a comic form yet, aside from manga. So we'll see. I think I'm caught up. Will William, you're 33, I'm 32. You're older than me. Clearly. You didn't grow up watching anime. You didn't have a cool childhood like me. That's all you just said. I'm playing, buddy. It's not for everybody. Back to showcasing the books. Let's see. This one is kind of a big one that I just got in today. And I wanted to show it off. Now, at first glance, it's not going to look like a big book. But I promise you it's a big book. Take that tape off so we don't accidentally get a tape pull. Let's push this back. RP my childhood. William, I'm just giving you a hard time. So this is X Factor number 5. I got this in today. This is the first cameo appearance of Apocalypse, which I think is a great character to collect if you're just getting into collecting, because the first appearance of Apocalypse is fairly cheap, unless you have something like this. This is issue 5, like I said, first cameo appearance. It is higher grade. This, if you look at it just at face value, I would say it's probably in that 9.4 range. But what's really cool about this is when I open it up, there's another cover. So we have a double cover first cameo appearance of Apocalypse. It's got a shot at a 9.8. If the outer cover is 9.4, the interior cover's probably 9.6, 9.8. But before I send it to CGC, it's a book that I'm probably going to offer on the MadHouse next week when I sell. I like getting rare books like that are kind of off the wall. You don't see them very often. Double cover books are hard to come by. And I like being the guy that's like, okay, if somebody's looking for this, I'm the guy to go to for it. So it's really neat. A double cover first appearance or first cameo appearance of Apocalypse. Just cool, neat little book. Why do they grade double covers? Is it not? Oh, how do they grade double covers? So double covers are graded. Each cover is graded individually. If you look at a CGC label of a double cover, it'll say first cover graded 9.4, second cover graded 9.8. And what they'll do is on the label at the part that's big right here, they'll put the higher grade. Whatever grade's higher, that's the grade that's going to go right here. And so the interior covers are usually better than the exterior covers simply because they've been protected by an extra layer. Same question. So I hope that answers your question. I've graded some. The best multi-cover book that I ever graded, it wasn't a personal book. A customer from Australia sent it to me back when I was a facilitator for CGC and I was working with Kevin Eastman. They sent me a New Mutants 98 and it had a triple cover. And I had it signed by Stan Lee and Rob Liefeld for him, and it came back in 9.8 triple cover first Deadpool. And I can't begin to imagine what that book is valued at now. It's absolutely nuts. And so I'm trying to have fun with this while I have the stuff going. I'm gonna showcase I will get into that in a minute. So your outside could be a 7 and inside could be a 10, and it's considered a 10 hypothetically. Yes, actually, that's factual. You're not going to get a 10, especially on an interior cover, but you can get a 9.8. I've never seen a double cover 9.9 or 10. So if they exist, I haven't seen it, but I would like to. Um, so we have 14 viewers, which is honestly 13 more than I expected. So I got a little video for y'all, and then we're gonna get talking into something else. Uh, I know it's stupid, but you're gonna enjoy this.
Diana, it is I, Superman. I have always loved you.
I'm sorry, Bruce, but my heart belongs to Clark.
But I'm Batman of the Dark Knight. Ladies love me. You need to go now, Bruce, for I will make love to Diana. Don't you tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. Oh, Diana. Oh, 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 oh. Who's here? I'll go see.
CGC is here! Move over, guys! Yeah! This is gonna be so rad. I'm gonna open these books up and I'm gonna hang up these 9/8s on my wall and they're gonna look so awesome and badass. And I'm so happy. Huh? A 9.0?
All right. I was supposed to play the fart at the end of that. I was too busy laughing. With production values at 10/10. How tall am I? I'm actually not tall at all. I'm a short shit. I'm only 5'8". But your question made me think of Zoolander. What is this? Library for the ants. Some dude's got big. This is what a Coke can. This is what a Dr Pepper can looks like in my hands. So I'm just big. No. So I was gonna make a video about this and post it, but I felt like I just couldn't capture what I was trying to say in the video. And what I wanted to go over was grading, because it's happening more and more in our little community that we have. That is actually not little, but it is. Oh, shit. Sorry, notice a scratch on a slab. It's going to bother me now. But grading and overgrading and like overestimating your books when you send them to CGC. That actual book, though, that was one that got damaged at CGC. So that was something that bothered me, but I felt it was a good opportunity to use that book as an example. But I wanted to show some books and calculate various grades, and I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, we're sending this book to CGC, and we're gonna test our grading and see how we do. But we'll start with this, and I'll take you, Dr. Thunder, for a minute. Don't y'all Dr. Thunder me. Don't Coke shame me. I will not be Coke shamed. This is 2023, damn it. And I've done told you how I feel about Dr. Thunder. So I'm going to walk you through kind of my grading process for how I do these things before I send them into CGC. First, I make sure the book lays flat and that there's no real bends or anything in the book or any creases or something like that that's going to be color breaking. When you're submitting to CGC, it's best to be pessimistic. So if you see something like, I don't know if they're going to count off, maybe I'll get away with it, just assume that you're not going to get away with it. It's that way. That way, when you get the book back, you're not surprised. You're not surprised in a bad way. Like if you get a surprise, it's because the book is higher. So if you think it's a 9.6 but could get a 9.8, just assume it's going to be a 9.6. That way, your hopes aren't up. What did MJ say? If you don't get your hopes up, you can't be disappointed. But I'm going to show you an example of what I mean. It's like, don't want first print or third print. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, So this first book that we're going to look at, it's a Cartoon Network Presents #1. I got it in a newsstand. These are kind of hard to find. These were early 2000, 2001, something like that, I believe. Oh no, this is 97, so it's even crazy. Uh, been around a few more years than I expected. But Dr. Thunder, get out of here. Uh, look, I live 40 miles from the Dr. Pepper museum where it was founded and everything. I'm Texan, Dr. Pepper, Big Red through and through. Like, those are my two drinks. They're always going to be my two drinks. Uh, anyway, let me grade this damn book. So, like I said, the book lays flat. There, I'll show you the spine. We can get a spine slide in here. All right. So, as you can see, there's no color breaks. And then we get to this one spot down here at the bottom where it has a tiny spine tick that is hairline. And something like that, I consider that a minus 0.2 because I don't start anything at a 10. I know that CGC claims that they do and that you're allowed to have a tick on a 9.8. It's best to assume that it's going to be a 9.6 because majority of the time it's going to be a 9.6. The house always wins. Think of them like a casino, okay? So I'm going to say that this book as it stands is a 9.6. I'd look at the back. The back is clean. There are no color breaks or ticks back here or anything. There is this right here is ink production. It is not a deduction from the grade though. And so, yeah, I'm going to submit this book and I'm going to say it's a 9.6. If it comes back a 9.8, I'm okay with that. Like, that's great. But I expect it to be a 9.6. A 9.4 would upset me, but it's not going to surprise me either. It's just one of those things that happens. Let's see. Omelette du fromage. I don't know what you're talking about, Helvetica, but good for you, buddy. So yeah, we're going to submit this one. I'm actually going to ship them out tomorrow. So another thing that we can do with this video that we're making tonight on this live stream and everything that's going on, you can get an idea of how fast CGC is going right now. Because honestly, a lot of drawback that people have with grading is you don't have your books. And in the past, back in 2016, 2017, when I was grading and stuff all the time, CGC was slow. A modern fast track submission, I might get back in 2 or 3 months. Whereas right now, modern fast track submissions, if they arrive on a Monday, they're shipping out by Friday. Now, that being said, a modern submission, not fast tracked, if they get them on Monday, they're probably shipping out the next Wednesday. So save you some money. Don't fast track. What am I grading makes no sense to me still, because for some reason 9.8 is standard, but a 10 is perfect. Why don't 9.8s have grader's notes? It's not perfect, so why can't? So they can't tell you why. I agree with you, William. But I don't know how to quantify and put into words the answer that you're looking for. You're not wrong though. But I assume with books that if I'm holding a book that's perfect, I have to assume it's a 9.8. That's just kind of where we are. Sorry, Bon Norden was messaging me asking where the show was. Like, we don't have a stream on MadHouse every fucking night of the week. By the way, don't you have CGC employment experience? Yes, like I said, I was a facilitator, a dealer, however you want to put it, witness, all of the above with CGC. I'm not messing with Bond. Just somebody tell Bond to hop in the comments because he's irritating me. Yes, I worked with Kevin Eastman for a spell. Then I went and I was kind of solo for a while. I was just going to conventions, doing the circuits, and getting signatures for people, whether it be celebrity, creator, content, whatever. And after that, I did, man, I don't remember how many shows. It is live, you dick. Oh, Bond. Oh. I apologize. It's very unprofessional of me. But I worked with Frank Miller. I worked with the Dark Knight 3 team, the DK3. Our first show was, hey, Maddie, send Bond the link in Discord before I murder him, if you don't mind. Our first show was Dallas. We did Fan Expo together, and there he is. It was a lot of fun. I did another show with them in Toronto. I can't remember where we went, but yeah, I worked with Frank Miller, Klaus Janson, Brian Azzarello. They were a great group of guys. It was a lot of fun. And then I broke my neck. But yeah, he was trying to get on live, Maddie. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea, though. He's not refined enough to be live. Don't get me started, Bond. That's a story that I'm not going to get into, especially on my first takeover show. Look, we're grading people. 9.6, okay? I'm going to show you one that's not a 9.6. I'm not going to grade this book because it's not worth grading. But it gives you a good example of what to look for. So we've got Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 9. You get out of here, kid! Sorry. Kids coming in the room. For some reason, they love their daddy. Hi to everyone here tonight. Hey, Kenneth Bird, what's going on, bud? Hey, Kenneth, I'm doing a takeover tonight. If you have any comic-related questions, shoot them. I'll try and answer them. If you have any questions about what I'm saying or doing, feel free to ask. This piece of shit I got from Matty Freeze. I got it. I was very disappointed. No, I'm playing. I knew what it was when I bought it. I knew it wasn't like a 9.8 or anything. I just want to give him a hard time. This is Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 9. This is first White Tiger in comics. Oh my god. So this one does have some issues that we can point out, and we can show you. I can show you how I can deduct. He said he's out. Let's start down here. Focus. There we go. All right, so we'll go down the spine here. Look, there's one tick. Quit focusing on my finger. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There's one tick. There's a second tick right here. Right underneath where the circle meets the corner. There's a second tick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are hairline little ticks. Then we come up here. We have another tick there underneath the Marvel box. Then if you go down here to the bottom corner here, this was very common with books from the 70s and even the early 80s some. You'd have some bending down in the corner or some scratching, things like that. But that's probably about an inch and a half long. So altogether, I've got, let's see, 9.6, 9.4, 9.2, 9.0. Like, honestly, I would say in my grade, in the way I grade books, I would call this an 8.0, 8.5. Because after you get down to a 9, the grading system is no longer 0.2. Because when you get to 9, you get 9.0, 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8. But below that, you got 8.5, 8.0, 7.5, 7.0. There's no 0.2 system. So you got to start knocking down 0.5. And you're not going to knock down 0.5 for a hairline thing. So these are going to add up overall together. Plus, you've got the scratch down here. So I'm going to call it an 8085. The back cover, however, is spotless. It's a gorgeous book. Yeah, no way you're mad I didn't have a frame. Yeah, if this book had had a frame, it might have stayed a 9.8 when I got it. We'll have to talk to Maddie about that. Bond's messaging us all in Discord now asking for a link. I don't think he's ready for a link. I feel like I'm worried he's going to get on here and say something that he shouldn't. By the way, everything you see in this room behind me, Bond bought, but it's all mine now. Well, I take it back. I bought it with Bond's money. Let's say it like that. So yeah, that's one that we're not going to send in. That's that 8085 range. In that grade, this book's probably like 40, 50 bucks. Bond, you are very uncouth and unprofessional. I'm over here trying to grow our business name, and you are just being very revolting. Maybe later. I don't know. Do I have the Bond intro on here? I don't think they added it. Otherwise, I would. I feel like we failed us. All right. Anyway, so we're still at one book, 9.6. So let me show a book that I'm sending in that I know is a 9.8. I apologize for it being maybe slightly crass. I got this. Come on. You come up. You come up. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Upstate New York. I'm going to get into that. I don't like it's something that we've discussed maybe getting into in the future, but right now I don't have room in here for a press. I don't have the knowledge of pressing, so I don't want to mess up somebody's books experimenting on pressing. But I have a guy that I use for pressing. It's really good. And I have a different guy that I use for cleaning. Something else we're going to get into tonight. This book right here, funny book. Funny in title only. I haven't read it. I should probably read this before I send it into CGC. This is called Tampon Man and Applicator Boy. If there was ever a funnier title, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is an homage cover to Action Comics #1. But this is a 9.8, and I like black covers. He said Ben. I like black covers because I think that they look great in CGC cases. For instance, this black cover right here, I feel like it pops out of the slab. By the way, Helvetica illustrations right here showing you what's what. Look how clean that crown is, guys. Look at that. That's fantastic. But anyway, I like black covers. I feel like finding them in 9/8 is a challenge, and I am accepting of that challenge. But here's the book. Come on. Here we go. As you can see, this book is absolutely flawless. Nothing on it. It's clean. It's a 9.8. This is a one shot, so there's not going to be Tampon Man and Applicator Boy #2. This is This was done by Stay Creative. I guess that's who did it. Not sure who did it, but what year did that come out? I think this was 2022. I think this was end of last year, beginning of this year. Let's see. Oh, the art is very rudimentary. And by that I mean it's very like Cartoon Network-y, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's no date on this. I think it's 2022. I think it's the end of 2022, beginning of 2023. I honestly, they're about 40, 50 bucks raw. People, I mean, the novelty of it, people like and people buy. So raw copy, 40, 50 bucks. That's what you're going to pay if you want to go out, find some on eBay. Probably pretty fun. Big black covers. Yes. Love the big black covers. I'm actually going to drop their name and everything on here. Give me just a second. So, yeah, that's one that we're going to send in. We've got, this is from Stranger Comics, Red Hand Claw. Now, these are also from Stranger Comics. It's called a Ghost variant. It's from their Black Friday sale. One is a 9.8. One, I think, is a 9.6. I'm going to grade them both, and I'm going to give the 9.6 to Bond. So he can have that. I'm going to keep the 9.8. All the stuff that you see back here on this wall, that's all Stranger Comics. So I'm going to grade all those. I'm going to grade the Cartoon Network. I'm going to grade this. This is a metal cover. Metal covers are all but guaranteed 9.8s. William Albright, you were talking about 9.9s and 10s. Metal covers are 9.9s and 10s. Yeah, metal covers are 9.9s and 10s. So something I wanted to talk about was pressing. Someone asked about pressing and cleaning, and I press everything that's borderline. I'll get it pressed just in case. What did I do with the book? How did I? So, why did I? I'm going to, hey, Helvetica, I'm going to shoot you a picture real quick. Could you add it to the overlays for me if you do not mind? I forgot to add it beforehand. So a few weeks ago, I got a collection from the UK. And inside of it was a lot of Invaders. Invaders is a series from the 70s, Marvel. And I loved it because majority of the ones that I got are Pence copies, and I like them because it's like this crossover between the UK and the US, and it's just a lot of fun to read. And inside of it was a Invaders #7. This is first appearance of Baron Blood. Now, when I got this book, it was rough. Let me show you. The front cover was. I don't have a before picture of the front cover. I wish I had gotten one. I got a before picture of the back cover though. Man, you can't see a damn thing there, can you? Let me figure out if I can blow that up. Or if y'all can see it. Let me know if y'all can see that. If y'all can see how dirty that back cover was. There was a lot of tanning and foxing and just overall wear and tear on the back cover of the book. Let me see. Helvetica, how does that look on screen? Or somebody tell me how it looks. Yeah, somebody in the comments tell me if that looks good. If it doesn't, I'll get it blown up, make it bigger somehow. That's what she said. All right, Helvetica said it looks good. Anyway. All right. Anyway, that was the back of the Invaders #7. We can see it. Okay. Oh, I need to take it off now. I'm just talking. Anyway, so I sent that book. There is a man. His name is Charles. I befriended him last year on Facebook when I got back into collecting. I took a long hiatus from collecting. And he cleans covers, he presses books. And so after he was done, it looked like this, which is night and day. Like, I wish I could put both images on screen and show you, but this is the back cover when he was done. You can see he got rid of all the foxing, the wear and tear. He pressed the book. It looks fantastic now. What's cool about this is that this is a Pence copy. If you look, that's not the what were they? I believe they were they 30-cent books? 25. They were 25-cent books at the time. So instead of a 25-cent, you got a 10 pence. And it's something that's really hard to find. Like I said, on this side of the pond, when I talked about the German variants of Spawn, the Pence variants are a lot harder to find. They don't get the love that they do, but now we've got this cleaned Invaders #1, probably going to get an 8590, which I believe will be the highest graded copy on the census when it comes to Pence variants. And that's something that I always take pride in. When you can look at the census and find something that has low census numbers and has importance, like First Blood Baron. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, there's a cameo of Union Jack at the end of this book. We can actually break it out now and take a look real quick. I don't want to take your time up too much. And then I do want to drop Charles's name or his info at the end of this. Well, I don't see Union Jack cameo at the end, so I suppose issue number 8 is first Union Jack. I have a first Union Jack back there, and that's another one that I am considering sending to Charles. I just don't. I think that there is more issues than just foxing with that one. But the guy's name is Charles Mathis or something like that. This is his information. He's on YouTube. His name is, he goes by Hobby Hero. Really nice guy. Now, to press books, it's not expensive. You're going to get anywhere from $10 to $20 per book, depending on who you get to press. I can use Charles. There's another guy named Dennis Schaefer in Oklahoma that he's real close, so I can get my books to him the next day. And so I use him a lot if it's just a pressing matter. But Charles here, I've seen his work with removing foxing and just getting books back to where they have to be. And so something like that takes about a week or two, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. So you're probably going to pay $50 to $65 to get that done. But if it can bring a book back to life, it's worth it, especially if it's a no, y'all are good guys. Don't worry about it. Sorry, there was some private chats going on in the background. Bon, I appreciate your support. Anyway, that's going to run you probably anywhere from $50 to $65. Probably, I think I paid $65 because that was really extensive. And but he brought the book back to life. Before I sent that to Charles, that book was a 5055. Like it was Dunsky, and he brought that book back to life. And I'm about to send an Amazing Spider-Man 238 to him, and I'm going to get him to do the same thing. I highly recommend Charles if you're going to do anything like that. If you can find somebody close that presses and they do a good job, I say try them out. I try out pressers. I try out different people all the time because I like to be able to go to different avenues, because if somebody gets really backed up and I need something done fast, I like having different outlets. So I can use Dennis. I can use Charles. I've got another guy up in New York I can use. I used to use Hero Restoration back when they were a very small company. Now they have ballooned and they've become a massive thing. I miss those days when I could send them books and get them back in a week. Those were the days, because Hero Restoration was on. They were at the top of the game back then. But now there's so many people doing it, guys like Charles. So yeah, find you somebody that you can trust and that you can you can send your books to, and you can get them brought back to life. This right here is a book that I can submit under the modern tier. I can pay the $21.50 for grading, and now I've got a book that's one of one. You got to have a code now for pressing. Ties dumb shirt for 80% off. Kiss my ass, Maddie. Now, when you get your books back, something I wanted to show, I've held off sending this back. And yeah, we're sending it back. So I got an Invincible Iron Man 54. This is the first appearance of Moondragon. I use that code, man. Hey, William, if you use it with Maddie, he'll give you a free frame. This is the first appearance of Moondragon, 8.0. I was really hoping for an 8.5, but there was some. I should have sent this to Charles up here. I should have got this taken care of. But at the time, I was being quick and I was trying to just get it done fast, and it's my own damn fault. But when you get books back from CGC and you're looking here and you're okay, all the corners, there's no cracks, there's anything like that. Look in here. Look in here, because where are we at? Okay, here we up here. Let's see if we can't get it in. And look at that right there. It's a piece of plastic that's broken off inside. Now, this is not on the comic. I know it looks like it's on the comic, but inside of CGC slabs, you've got the outer casing, okay? And then you've got the inner well. And the inner well is where the comic is inside of. You can actually see, like, see where this plastic comes up and around the corner? That's actually an inner well. That's where the comic sits. But this piece, this chunk here, is in between the outer casing and the inner well. And if it's there too long or pressed too hard, it could possibly dent the back of the comic, and that's something that we don't want. So that is a mechanical error by CGC, and I can send it back. They're gonna reholder it for free. So the only thing I'm really out is time, and so that's a pain in the ass. But it's something that I'm okay with. Now, something that I wanted to show you. One, this is a very treasured book. I had this book back in 2016, and when I broke my neck, I had to sell my collection, and I couldn't. Like, I had to sell everything. And this was one of the books that I sold. Well, the guy that I sold it to, he kept it and let me buy it back over the last year. But it's still in the old CGC frame slab. You can see this is the old label, X-Men number 14. Now, this is signed and remarked by Greg Horn. He wrote the Soldier's Creed on there. Now, the book itself is hard to find, and it's expensive to begin with. I think a 9.8 sold for $1,100 a few months ago. Blue label. And it definitely didn't have the Soldier's Creed. Now, this is something that I'm going to send back to CGC. I have to send it back like this. We have a 238. Mom, we have 3 of them. We're going to have 15 by the end of the year. That was the experiment I brought up yesterday. William Albright, what you are talking about is Newton rings. We actually have a video on this channel on how to get rid of Newton rings. I'm not going to do it here live because it's a whole involved thing. I have to break out Mylars and things like that. And I got this book. Yeah, I bought this book back, Bon. I appreciate you. I've told you I bought this back. You don't pay attention at all. Anyway, now this book is something that I have to send back. And I have to send back. I can't crack it out and send them the book back and then put it in a new grade and everything like that. I have to send it back like this. They'll break it out of this case. They'll put it in a new one. But that's something that I have to pay for out of my own pocket. That's not something that they do for free. Helvetica, I appreciate that, man. Hey, I appreciate you. I'm stupid. So this has actually gone a lot smoother than I expected this to. You want to have the link or no? Yeah, you can drop the link, bud. and I see that you've already done that. I apologize. I'm not as quick with all this as Helvetica is, and I'm trying to figure out how to get all this going. My pocket, my pocket. Bond, your pocket has paid for all this. Well, since Bond's here, okay, I wasn't gonna do this, but since Bond's here, he loves it when I handle statues. This is Bond's handiwork, guys. This is a Green Goblin that he produced. I don't know who the sculptor was. You're gonna break it, you damn caveman. It's phenomenal. Green Goblin. See if I can't get it steady here for y'all. Focus. There we go. The bag detaches. Like it's awesome. So for the longest time, I thought this was a rock. It's not a rock. It's the smoke coming out of the glider back here. So it's a really cool piece. This is done by Bond. He does statues all the time. They're a very involved process. Something cool that these do. Is after that, the heads come off. They're magnetic. Oh my God, he's doing them now. The heads are magnetic back here. See, I'm new to this statue game. A lot of you were probably like, oh, whatever, Ty. You're just saying the same thing that we already knew. I didn't know all this until recently, but it's cool stuff. One of my favorite moments from the time that Bon and I have been partners is I opened a Silver Surfer box like a caveman, not knowing I was supposed to put it back in the box. So that's some Bon Norden stuff. That's one of one. Quick spec book. Spec deck alert. I don't have a spec deck alert, or do I have a pay attention thing? I don't know. Now that I have your attention, I know Maddie is so happy right now that I played that. I think this is a good book that y'all can grab and speculate on. Well, speculate. This is a book that you should grab and hold for now. This is Avengers 52. I'm considering cracking and pressing this one. I haven't decided yet. I'm very nervous about cracking Silver Age books that are graded in the 9s already. But this is the first appearance of Grim Reaper. People speculated on this back when the Scarlet Witch show was going on and the Vision and all that shit. But I think it's inevitable now. You have a Wonder Man. Is it a movie or a show? I believe it's a show. There's a Wonder Man show that's coming. What do we got? I'd be right happy to. There's a show, I think, of Wonder Man coming. Grim Reaper is Wonder Man's brother. I don't know how you do Wonder Man without doing Wonder Man's brother. So Grim Reaper is probably a good spec book. Also, it's when Black Panther joins the Avengers. So it's a good historic book, even if nothing ever takes place with Grim Reaper. You've got a good villain first appearance, and you've got Black Panther joining the Avengers. So I think that's a good spec book to get. Now, one of the last things that I wanted to talk about for the evening, man, we are moving right along. We're at an hour. I said I wanted to keep it about an hour and a half. So maybe we can wrap it up just right. And we're also losing viewers. So something I wanted to talk about was buyer advice and seller advice. So I've been a buyer and a seller. if you look around the room, and now that I have Bond's credit card, I'm much more of a buyer than a seller. He's gonna hate that. What is happening? Why is everybody messaging me? Just talk to me on here, people. Why are you messaging me? Anyway, advice. What do we want to do first? Do we want to talk about buyer advice or seller advice? I'd like to know where y'all want to start. Candace, can you bring me Dr. Pepper? Love you. Mom, meatloaf. That's fantastic. I'd be right happy to. Lots of farts, guys. Sorry. I know this is supposed to be mad chatter, so I appreciate y'all being here, even though it's not. We got to get one of those for me. There is a ton of like short clips I could show y'all, but like I said, I'd like to know whether y'all want to talk about buyer or seller advice first. Damn you. Oh, I can highlight comments. I forgot I could do that. Oh, man. I feel like I've been missing an opportunity, guys. Somebody's going to bring me a Dr. Pepper. Somebody better bring me one. Hey, thank you. Hey. Thank you. Yeah. Look at that. Wonder if that'll work when I'm not on the stream. Highly doubtful. Okay, so let's talk about some stuff. All right. Nobody is answering me, so I really appreciate that, guys. Anyway. All right, when it comes to, what are we looking at here? Look at screen. I'll post what chat says. Okay, thanks, V. Appreciate it. How are you? Come here. What's up? What? Well, go tell your mother. I tell you, these kids, no respect. Any comment questions? Comments asked the tie. What was that show where they called him the something and they were always trying to stump him? Like he was some smart dude. I don't remember. Anyway, let's start with seller advice and then we'll go into buyer advice, or at least it's my seller, my buyer advice. A lot more people are getting into selling comics. I sold comics for several years back in 2014, 15, 16, and even into 17 when I first had my injury before it just completely put me on my ass. So I sold for all those years, and then I've sold for about a year, almost a year now, with Bond as my partner and my benefactor. Appreciate the money, bud. So when it comes to selling, there's some things that can really help when it comes to you selling. If you're doing something like selling on these YouTube streams, like I do, I'm selling exclusively on here now. I sell 99% on the YouTube stream. I have an eBay store that I post like 3 books on a year. And it's usually like $1,000 plus books that I really don't think are going to sell on the YouTube stream. But when it comes to selling on the YouTube stream or even on Facebook or things like that, first you want to make sure you have quality. I want to say this without trying to offend anybody. Because I don't want to offend anybody that sells different books than I do, or make it sound like I think that you should be doing it just how I am. Everybody has their own style of selling. Everybody has their own kind of books that they sell. Everybody has their own niche, and that's okay. But when it comes to, let's say grading, when it comes to grading, like what I went through earlier, I think that we as a community are beginning to get too comfortable with alternative wording when it comes to conditioning our books. We're beginning to use words like fantastic, great, or fantastic looking book, great book, gorgeous cover, beautiful book, rather than saying, hey, this is VF, this is VF minus, this is near mint minus. You don't have to assign a grade to it. You can assign a condition to it. Grading is subjective, but conditioning books has been pretty universal for about the past 30, 40 years. So it's nothing new. Please go away, child. And that's nothing new. So I think that that is something as sellers that we need to get away from. Because a book can be beautiful and not be near mint. A book can be gorgeous and it's going to be FN plus. So I think that that is something that we as a community could probably do a lot better at. I'm probably guilty of doing it too, probably out of just pure laziness and me trying to expedite a round or something like that. I'm never trying to deceive anybody or anything like that, but I have seen a lot of people in the community lately disagree with the conditioning of the book that they have received rather than what they thought that they were buying. So that's just something that I think that we can do better as. And like I mean that like a blanket statement. I don't mean that for any individual person. I think that that is something that we can look at and do better. If you aren't familiar with the grading or the conditioning, I can actually put it up on the screen if our fearless leader can take care of it in the background. I'll get that put up on screen. I'm not entirely sure why I pulled these books out, what I was going to do with them. Why did I pull those books out? Anyway, okay, so something else for sellers. I think that we are starting to overload buyers. We're doing too much per round on these YouTube auctions. Facebook sales are a little different because they're still images. They're not moving, not these moving picture boxes on the telly. But we have sellers will be like, this is a $10 bin. This is a $15 bin. This is a $5 bin. This is a $50 bin. This is a $50 bin. And we go through those books like that. And those weren't actually prices. I was just giving an example. Don't try and buy my Amazing Spider-Man 4 for $50. Yes. Okay. So this is the basic grading scale. And this is helpful for both sellers and buyers. I think it gives sellers a baseline and lets you have a little wiggle room if your grading isn't as good as someone else's. So if you look here, a fine encompasses anywhere from 5.5 up to 7.0. So if I say something is fine minus, it's probably going to be a 5.0, 5.5. If I say something is fine plus, it's going to be 6.5, 7.0. And then we can break into that VF minus, VF plus. So you've got these ranges of books or ranges of conditions that you can give for your buyers. And that what this does is it makes you a lot more trustworthy. Let me get that second last 50 bit. William, I'm actually glad to know that you're still watching. The fact that I've held your attention this long is mind-boggling to me. But like I said, it gives you accountability as a seller, and it makes you more trusted. People are more likely. I'm going to get this overlay off now. Here we go. It gets so, like I said, you're more trusted. Somebody is more likely to be a return customer. Someone's going to be a lot more happy with their books. I'm back up here in the corner. Thanks, Helvetica. That's funny. Let me sip this Dr. Pepper. But if you're saying things like, it's a gorgeous book. If for me personally, if I'm told the book is gorgeous or beautiful, I'm thinking it's going to be a 9.0, 9.2 plus. Like, I'm thinking it's up there as beautiful. But like, this book is beautiful, 8085. See what I mean? Like, or somebody else's, like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So like, I mean, I've met some guys that have told me that they got some beautiful girlfriends, and then I see some hounds. Or Candace has told people that she's got a good looking husband, and then she shows them me. She might have a second husband. I might need to look into that. Maybe he's a lot better looking than I am. Let's see. I have 298 silks. One more won't hurt. I enjoy knowledge more than auctions, believe it or not. Hey, William, I'm all for the knowledge. That's something that I want to do regularly. I want to do a lot more shows similar to this, where I just give out comic knowledge. I just show books. I give history about them. But anyway, moving on. Something else as a seller. I get it. This isn't everybody's full-time job. For me, it kind of is. I think camera and audio needs to be addressed as well as sellers. Sometimes it's hard to see the books or hear the sellers. Chaz, 100% agree. I think that if you are going to be selling on these platforms, whether it be YouTube, a lot of people sell on Whatnot, IG Live, anything like that. If you're going to be doing it, you probably need to invest in a good webcam. How do I show this one that I got? Here, actually, I can show it. This is my webcam. This is the camera that I use for all my sales. It's Logi HD 1080p. What was that? What are you doing back there, buddy? This is like 70, 80 bucks. I mean, that's what, 3 books if you're selling like low value books. If you're selling high value books, that's 1 book. It's probably worth it to invest in something like that. A little bit of inception here. How about that? Anyway. But yes. And there's a microphone on this webcam that I just showed. If I knew I was going to show the webcam off, I'd have made a link to it, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But yes, Chaz is absolutely correct. It's best to not film from your 2009 laptop that's still running on Windows 98. It's just not. What I was saying for sellers, it's not everybody's full-time job. I get that. For me, it is my full-time job. Well, that and being a dad. Oh, it's been Maddie the whole time. My bad. This is my full-time job, so I can devote more time to this than other people can, and I totally understand that. But that being said, I think that unless asked to hold books, you should probably ship within the first 48, at most 72 hours. I get it. Stop. Like, it takes 20 minutes tops to go to the post office, guys. Like, I could literally have a full-time job, go to the post office at lunch. I can grab McDonald's and still be back to work, or I could do it on my way to work or on my way back home from work. Like, it's not a lot, but it goes a long way in showing trust to your customers that you're able to get them their books fast. If people are paying you $100, $200, $300 for books and they're not asking them to be held, it's probably best to not hold them. It's probably best to go ahead and get them out. If I pay fast, I want to be shipped fast. There's nothing that I can't stand more. I had a guy on Facebook. I bought $1,000 book from him, and he waited, 2.5, 3 weeks to ship. He waited so long to ship that I was about to file a claim because I thought he had scammed me. But really, he was just lazy. He didn't want to ship it. I had the same thing happen with Bond and his Dead World books, wherever they are. I think I shipped your Dead World books, Bond. If not, I don't know where they are. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I shipped them. We have to ship books after people pay for them. Sorry, I'm new to this. Yes, it's best to ship them. I don't know. Didn't open the box. Bond never opens the boxes that I send him. He's an asshole. He does like the books could be damaged and we would never be able to file claims because Bond doesn't open the boxes. Well, Bond, if you don't have them, then they're gone. Gone forever. Aaron Hernandez.
Let's stop this, man. Let's go get some dessert.
No, I can't. I gotta go meet my counselor. I'm picking up my classes for next year.
What, so I gotta sit here and eat dessert alone like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg?
What did Steven ever do? Put me on live. Hey, that's probably not a bad idea. I'm just afraid that you're gonna say some stupid shit and get us canceled. I don't know. Maddie, that's up to your that's at y'all's discretion. If he wants to open his books on stream, I'm okay with that. We can do that. As a buyer, you have to decide one, if you are in it to collect, just to collect, if you're in it to flip, just to flip, or if you're in it for both. Me, I'm in it for both. So it's a very fine line I have to walk as far as where I buy what books I buy, what books I keep, what books I grade. There is a lot of juggling that has to be done on my end. Maddie, I guess give him the link if you don't mind. We'll see how bad this goes. The show's been very good up until this point. It could go south real quick. I'm a bother as well. No, you're good, William. Bond always knows how to distract me. So when it comes to buying books, the first thing I always tell people who are collecting is buy what you like. If you like the 90s X-Men stuff, buy it. If you like the new Spider-Man stuff, buy it. Me, I like older stuff. That's what I like. I like Silver Age and Bronze Age. It's not what I grew up with, but it's what I grew to love. No, a bother. I do both also. Oh, a bother. Okay. Yes. So for me, I love Stranger Comics. I love the story of the Untamed. And so I collect it. I like the Invaders, so I collect it. I like horror books, but the horror books that I have are for resale value. They're not something that I want to keep unless it's a first appearance or something like that. I like Silver Age. Oh, I love Silver Age, but unless it's a title that I specifically collect, which right now there isn't one that I specifically collect, then it's going to be for resale value. And so I buy that stuff for resale. I buy this stuff to keep. Now, when it comes to what you buy, I see some people just buy anything just because it's up there. Just because it's up there doesn't mean you have to buy it. Oh, Lord, here he is, guys. Let me see. Do we have an intro for him? Let's see. Do we have any intros? Oh, where's his intro? Where's... Hey, Maddie, can you put his intro in here? If you don't mind. You know the one from the New York Comic Con? We have an intro for Bond. He likes to pop up out of places that he's not supposed to be. You know what I mean? Where is he? Where?
Come up. You come up. You come up. Come on. There you go.
Hey, that's me. Look at, I think I'm not even wearing the same hoodie. Am I wearing the same? No, that's true. Rude, that's gotta be Maddie. Oh, excuse me.
All right, guys. So now This has turned into something that's gonna get
Hell yeah!
rough.
This is duo. This is it.
This is actually like all of Nice X Collectibles all on at the same time, so that's new.
Duo. One man pony shit.
So what I was saying earlier about investing in a good webcam, it's probably good to invest in good internet as well. Otherwise, you end up all choppy like Bon is right now.
I'm on my phone.
Don't sell on your phone.
I have to be on my phone because I'm doing the funny stuff right now, and I have to pay these.
Nobody knows what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh shit! See the chat. How do I see like the? Oh, I can't. What people?
Bon using AMKM internet.
What is it that bad?
Yeah, it's rough, bud.
Okay, hold on. Let me save this file. Okay. You want me to get on my computer?
I don't know why you didn't get on your computer to begin with.
Well, I was gonna bring it around. I was gonna bring the show on the road.
Oh my god! Now that he's gone, he's like, if you don't know, he's still in the background talking. But nobody can hear him, so it's better off. Anyway, being a buyer, if you're trying to invest in books, modern books probably aren't the way to go. Majority of modern books don't hold value. Most of the stuff is flavor of the month. I know that directly contradicts some of the sellers that are on YouTube, but some of the sellers on YouTube that contradicts is he's the funny one in this duo. He's the unprofessional one. I would still say I'm funnier than he is. I'm just more professional than he is. But though it contradicts some of the sellers that are established on these YouTube auctions and stuff like that, that is their niche that I mentioned earlier. That's what they have, and that's what works for them. And that's great because there are collectors of those modern comics and things like that. But if it's for an investment standpoint, those aren't the kind of books to buy, in my opinion. I think something to invest, if you're just buying to invest long term, I think buying Spider-Man books and Spider-Man keys are the way to go, because since the dawn of Spider-Man, the only title in comics that has appreciated in value every year has been Spider-Man. It usually increases anywhere from 4 to 15% on any given year. I know that's a wide range, but there's some years where it only increases about 4%, and then there's big jumps where it increases 7 to 8% per year. If I had a chart right now, that's where I hold it up. I don't have the chart on me. It's just what I know, because that's stuff that I collect. Silver Age always increases in value. They appreciate over time, especially Silver Age key issues. Rarely do they go down. If they don't go up, they usually stay the same. So it's a safe investment. Like I told Bon earlier, a book that I'm hoarding right now is Amazing Spider-Man 238. It's a copper key. It's Amazing Spider-Man. It's first appearance of Hobgoblin. It's a book with established value already that I think has a lot of room still to grow. Granted, it's gone down since 2021, and I told you that Amazing Spider-Man goes up every year. I think that is the anomaly, considering that everything has gone down since 2021 and early 2022. I don't count those years. You can't count those years. Those were bubble years, and it was stupid. Yes, it was stupid. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I was coming back. Hey, guy. You know,
yeah,
it would have been really weird if you caught me with my pants down.
Yeah.
But look at this thing. This is a giant tail. Look at that. For the creature that I'm printing. It's pretty cool. And then I got, check this out. Hold on, let me look at this. This is a Jason Voorhees head I just printed for someone.
Was it for one of the Freeze brothers?
No, no. But it's cool because I have the mask, that goes on top of it.
Oh, so you can just pop it on and off?
Yeah, that's what the guy wanted. I got that. I'm putting the other half. This is the blade to it. I gotta take off, and then where's the body? Half of the body so far.
Oh, that's cool. And he's gonna have a tail?
No, that's for the other creature that I'm printing. Remember I sent you a picture of that like monster?
No.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
But I don't remember.
It had tentacle arms.
But I don't remember. You said, "Do you remember the picture I sent you?" And I said, "No."
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man.
Where's this box that you were supposed to open?
Am I opening it?
Yes, that's the whole reason that you're here.
I thought the whole reason I was here was to support you.
Oh my God.
What's wrong?
You are what's wrong.
You know, I think the show likes me more than they like you.
I don't think that they like you. I think they like me in turmoil.
No, I really believe
They like to see me uncomfortable and squirming because you're annoying.
Rude. See, the supports come off like that, and it's just one big. Oh, oops.
Joseph Gadget Butthole said he dropped a monster in the toilet earlier.
Who dropped the butthole?
It probably looked a lot like that tail. Stop it! This is why you're not allowed on.
I'm just showing you the tail.
Yeah, of course you are.
Okay, hold on. Let me take my gloves off. Hey, watch this. Look at. I got the box. It's not even open. Oh, it's so funny. Hold on. Let me get a knife. Hold on.
I really hope those dead world.
I'm bringing you downtown. Look at all.
This is the shop, folks. This is where.
Oh yeah, did I show the shop yet? Hold
No.
on. Let me reverse how do I reverse my camera?
Yes, smash that like button. I haven't said smash that like button the whole time we've been here. I don't know why I haven't said that. Where'd he go? This is why I'm the brains of the nice X Collectibles. Oh, he's back.
My bad. I don't know how to turn the camera.
The fuck is that?
That's it. Look at you can see. Look at I even get my workout on.
Doesn't look like it.
Nah, it's got boxes on it.
William, I don't like. What have I ever done to you?
Me?
No, William said he's only going to hit the like button because you showed up. Oh, and look, Bond froze. There is no, like, this is an unmitigated disaster, guys. We're losing viewership because of you, Bond. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where Bond went. He's gone. Is he back? Nope, he's gone. I don't like it was going so well. He was coming in all crystal clear, and then he decided to move the camera and he got all jacked up. I guess William, take your like off because Bond's not here anymore. Where were we before he rudely interrupted us? Dark Side, I'm happy you're here, but you're catching the end of everything. He dropped the dead weight. Dude, will you figure it out?
I got on my laptop.
Oh my god! All right, folks. Bond's about to open a box.
Hey, do you want me to show you those cool horror magazines? I wanted to show Maddie that one time. Remember?
Yes, show him. I don't give a shit. But open the box first.
Ooh, dude, look. That.
What's on? Is that?
Dude, that's a pirate chest.
What is that thing in the middle of your screen? What the fuck is that?
I don't know what that is.
Hello, motherfucker.
Someone's messing with me.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, open the box. Let's see what's in the box. What's in the box?
Hold on.
No, why do we have to hold on? Like we've been holding on. It's the light from the back.
I had to get the. Look at these books. They're not even in bags. They're just sitting there.
I hate you so much.
Oh, remember this one?
This is why people don't.
This is pretty cool. This was one of the Turkish when we got the.
Oh, that's the Turkish one.
Yeah, the like kind of like.
It's like
newspaper. Yeah, pretty much.
That's
anyway.
What the fuck?
So there's that. I got this one. I'll take this. We don't. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll do that one.
Why did you throw that book?
Oh, what do you mean?
Why did you throw the Spider-Man book?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
that was the book I wanted.
Oh, you wanted that book? Oh shit. Check this out. Look at this. So before I get into this, I found someone posted this book right here. And it's like a Turkish or whatever like magazine run, and there's like 26 issues, and they all have different horror themes. Really cool artwork, really unique. So, well, I fell in love and I had to get all of them. So I think I nailed pretty much all of them but 2. So this is number 1. Someone had this book CGC'd at like a 5.5, but like had all the actors signed on it. So it was pretty cool, but they wanted like I think it was like $2,000 or something like that. See, I'm not gonna do it. This hostile environment that I'm working in right now. It's rude. Anyway, well, it was a good night.
You opened the goddamn box.
Oh, you want me to go to the box, not the comics? Okay. Anyway.
No, because you're throwing comics.
I threw one. But if you
the one I wanted.
More. Hold on. Let's see.
I can't believe you threw that.
We're opening it up right now. Hey, do you write your address on the back of a magazine board?
Yeah.
Ty, why can't I see you?
Because we're just looking at you, and we're losing viewers. We like since you've started, we went from 15 watchers to 8.
That's not true.
Swear to God.
No, it's not.
We lost 2 when you threw that book. Facts.
That's not true.
Open the books. Devin Saba.
What?
No, Matt, it's Matt. Maddie's doing all this.
Tell Maddie to stop. Hey, I think a bug just came out of my thing. Okay, let's see.
Oh my Lord. That's got to be the Dead World books.
What's up?
Or is that Slabs?
Wow, you did a good job packaging. Look at that. Hey, should I pull a
no,
you know
don't just stop. Stop. I know exactly where you're going, and don't.
Okay. Sorry. Ooh. Kai, how does anybody get this open? Did you do this on purpose?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, that's how I pack everything.
Bull crap. This is just like the pennies.
Oh yeah, I gotta get British Bulldog out. We gotta get Bond.
What are you talking about?
We decided that you look like the British Bulldog.
Oh, he's pretty cool. I like him. Where is it? Wait, you got a sticker of him? I'm jealous. I see it, dude. I see it.
But Chaz thinks this looks like you.
Who thinks that? Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh,
why will it not focus on the
I got my
British
9.8. On team killing
hold
for
on.
the.
We don't see you. We don't see you.
Well, that's not my fault.
Hold on.
Damn, it looks like that guy.
All right, show us what you got.
This one.
You take it out. We can't see it in the plastic.
Oh, there's a glare. Look, I just keep seeing myself.
There you go. There you go. Turn this up. There you go.
Oh.
I hate it here.
Hey, I'm glad you invited me on the show.
I'm not right now.
I believe it.
Oh.
I should save this one for last. This one's my favorite book, but I'm going to show it anyway because I love it. This book's absolutely beautiful. Oh man, that's my favorite. I wonder, have you guys seen the they see the Spawn and Batman one?
Yeah, we know, Juan.
They all know? Oh.
Well, the people who need to know.
I don't know why you're being so rude. My Grayson Blank.
Grayson Parker. Tell them the story behind Grayson Parker.
Okay, I'll tell them the story. So
Make it quick.
I got a kid named Grayson, middle name Parker, and I do sketch of Nightwing or Robin fused with Spider-Man.
And you've got how many?
I got a shit ton, yeah. And there's this one artist named Jimbo who screwed me over, and I want everybody to know.
How did I know that was coming?
Yeah, because, dude, 5 years, and you still... That's a long time. Hey, I'm missing a book.
What?
Where's my Kiss book?
I told you they are not grading magazines right now. They have a shortage of magazine holders.
What?
I haven't sent it in. It's sitting over here in my office right now.
Oh, here's the Child's Play. That actually really does look good. Wasn't this one from Maddie?
That is one that I can't remember. We got it from Maddie or from Chaz. We got it from one of the Freeze brothers. What are you doing?
I'm getting yelled at because I'm loud. But
aren't you in the basement? Isn't that where they keep you?
I don't got a bed yet.
Hey, first Hellboy.
I know that was nice. Oh yeah, and then I think you did send me the books because I thought it was all slabs in here. So
I did send you the Dead World books.
I mean, it looks like it. I got a stack of these and a stack of these. So
well, let me see what it is so I know what I've sent you.
I have to open it first.
Oh, never mind. We're just gonna wrap this show up. Okay, guys. We've talked about a lot. We've shown you a lot. I appreciate y'all letting me. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all letting me take over the MadHouse for tonight, even though it's not usually one of my nights. If you have any more questions that we didn't get to tonight, feel free to hit us up on Instagram.
Give me a call.
Oh, I need to get rid of Bond. How do I get rid of Bond? You can hit us up via email. It's below my name where it says "Ya boy T Sizzle," or you can hit us up on IG. It's Nice X Collectibles. You can hit me up on Facebook, Ty Salazar, or you can send me a letter. I'm not giving out my address though. Actually, yeah, PO Box 367, Groesbeck, Texas 76642. I forgot I had a P.O. box. You don't know where I live. You can send me letters there. But yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. As I do this, I'll get better and better. But for now, this is what it is. So I'll leave you all with that. How do I do an outro? I don't know how to do an outro. Nobody gave me an outro button. I'm floundering here, guys.
Mondays, boy, I hate Mondays.